This is the last in our series of 6 videos from the Garden City Library located in Garden City, Idaho, talking about the 6 skills of early literacy. Those skills, in case you haven't memorized them yet, are vocabulary, print motivation, print awareness, narrative skills, letter knowledge, and this, the last, phonological or sound awareness. Sound awareness is knowing that words are made up of smaller components, being sounds, and that sounds are the smallest components of their words. Something that probably comes to mind when brainstorming of what this might mean would be rhyming, and we'd be right. Many children's books include rhyming because authors know that this is a critical precursor to reading. Knowing that we can play with and modify our sounds helps us sound things out when first learning to read. I might also add that there is a little bit of debate on this issue in terms of learning to read and being able to sound out words, but for all intents and purposes here, it's important to work on it with your child. Something that you can do with rhyming is when you're reading, looking at a picture perhaps, and you see a picture of a cat. You can say, I see something that rhymes with hat. And they're looking at the cat, it's very visible, and they will probably say cat. Can you think of something else that rhymes with cat? We already have hat, cat. And see if they can think of bat or mat. If they don't, you can do it. Doing it in a sing-songy way may help them hear it. Hat, cat, bat, mat. Listen, they rhyme. They all end with the sound at the end. And another thing you can do, obviously these are early things to do with your child because as they get better at rhyming, you won't need to give them the visuals. But you can show them. Something I like to do is say, can you tell me a word that rhymes with deer? And then they're going to see your ear, and so they'll probably say ear. I'm looking for a word that rhymes with rose, and they'll say nose. If you want to make it harder for your older child, you might say, now it's your turn. Give me a word that rhymes with hand. They might have to think about it, but they'll probably come up with something like sand. This is harder because they don't have the visual to go along with it, and they're having to use their brains and think about what might be an appropriate thing to say for a rhyme. Another thing you can do to build on phonological awareness is give your child words and ask them, are these the same or are they different? They're going to have to listen to the words and listen to the small changes that you make within them to hear if they truly are the same or if they're different. So you might give them word pairs that just have one sound change, like hog, log. Now those are also rhyming words, but listen. Og, og. I only changed one sound in there. So you could say, are those the same or different? They would tell you that they're different. Now you could say, log, log. Are they the same or different? Now, to us as adults, that seems very easy, but like I said, these are things that kids have to learn, and your child may not have made the connection already. So go ahead and work on it with them. If they haven't mastered, great. You guys can spend your time focusing on other things in preparation for kindergarten. Another thing you guys can do is listen for the first and last sounds in words. I might say, okay, here's your word. Ready? Book. What was my first sound in that word? Hopefully they'll tell you B. What was my last sound in the word? K. Listen. B. K. Did you hear it? Playing with this, listening for these smallest segments of words is very critical for your child and something that they, again, need to know. You can also work with them on hearing different syllables in words. This is another way that words are broken down. Not the smallest unit like sounds, but another way to break down words. We're probably used to clapping out our syllables. Book, bottle, flower, light. You can do those types of things with rhymes. That's a perfect time to use clapping games like that. But you can also give your child 2 syllables of a word and let them put the word together. So if you had, for example, the word dresser, you could say dresser. Or you could even put a bigger space in there. That might be better. Okay, listen, I've got 2 syllables for you. Dress. What word was I trying to say? Hopefully they'll say dresser. If not, go through it with them. Listen. Dress. Dresser. Dresser. Do you hear it? Those, I think, are all of the tips that I was hoping to give today. Hopefully they'll spark your imagination for different things that you can do with your kids. As I've said in all of these videos, there are lots and lots of things that you can do to work on these skills of early literacy, and we've only been able to touch the surface with them. So good luck, happy preparation for kindergarten, and please visit our website at www.notaquietlibrary.org for more information on how to prepare your child for kindergarten.